I'd like to tell you about approval voting. It's an election reform. It's applicable to elections with more than 2 candidates, such as primaries, which generally get many candidates. Republican primaries had 17 candidates in the beginning. And voters are now, under plurality voting, restricted to voting for 1 candidate, even though they may like 2 or 3 or 4, or even though they prefer a fringe candidate who's not going to win. They have to make a difficult choice. Approval voting solves that problem by allowing voters to vote for, approve of, as many candidates as they like, if there are 3 or more. So a good example would be the 2000 presidential election, in which you might remember Bush beat Gore by 537 votes in Florida, which was a critical state. Ralph Nader, the third-party candidate, got over 90,000 votes and was what we call a spoiler. He really spoiled the election for Gore. And if most voters who had voted for Nader had had a second choice, could have approved of another candidate, then we presume that they, for the most part, would have voted for Gore over Bush, because Bush was their last choice. So instead of losing by 537 votes, Gore probably would have won by tens of thousands of votes. He also was a popular vote winner by over 500,000 votes in 2000. It's not just a function of the Electoral College. It's relatively frequent that a candidate who can be beaten by other candidates wins in a crowded field because he's the strongest minority candidate, wins with 25-30% of the vote, when there might be another candidate who's preferred to him or her and everybody else. So we think this would surface the strongest candidate, the most acceptable candidate, the most representative candidate. We've grown up with 1 person, 1 vote. We would change that to 1 candidate, 1 vote, and make a judgment about each and every candidate. Is he or she acceptable?